Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the LSU Tigers taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The offense lining up for a first down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're trying to get to it. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on second down from the 5. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Wide open downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have.
Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
They'll give it to the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. And a guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of...
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown Sooner. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Made a defender miss. Oh, look out, there he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the pin, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. The lone back's got it. And he'll find enough running room to get.
Ball carry.
Short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They want to run it left here. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, beef.
Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around. Looking deep down the right side. And that pass is intercepted.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. And sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He lets it fly. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Is incomplete. It's second down.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Picks up the first down, still moving. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They go right back to this guy on second and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
He got it. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Touchdown! He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes, over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Dropping back, it's Melton. Throws for the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. At midfield, he's got room. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Ball State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Schumann Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Florida. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
He'll bring it out. It's Sexton. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Running to the left. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. And you saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball.
Touchdown Sooners! What a catch and run for 6. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the.
And And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. And some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger.
He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback checking off. To the air on first down. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
Handoff from the gun. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side. Then all of a sudden, boom, two guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
Now looking to throw back to the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll line up for a second down play. Snap it to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. LSU right back to the line. Motion from the offense. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll go with a direct snap. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. they score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
27.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So, good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
Going up top on first down. Makes his connection. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here comes the hurry up. The inside handoff. Finds a little space. All kinds of running room. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And they'll knock him down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the...
I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Quarterback checking the play. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Western Michigan is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Mississippi State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wide receiver shows motion. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw it. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw here on second down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown Sooners. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100-touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days. But how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats. If you start mentioning guys like Jones and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
First and 10.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The back goes in motion. This guy can throw it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The incompletion brings up a second down. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
LSU 34.
And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
First and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Using his legs, it's Vincent. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Second down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Across the 45. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Looking deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs can make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. But They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. It's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Power football with the run. At the 35, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Not much can impose your
Moralizing for this defense.
just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try the run. Still on his feet at the 45. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
He'll try to do it himself. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Smashes through. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Let's go. They'll give it to him again. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
Leaves it with the running back. Just buried it. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
And he'll step into the end end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Going for the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. He just can't take a play on. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that, too.
Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so...
Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Good field position. At the 40, there he goes. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, wants to throw it. Finds a man on the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Diving for the end zone, and they knock it out. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. This defense has stood tall 3 straight times. If they stop them again, this could be a huge momentum shift.
Yeah, and listen, you don't care about the yards. You get down here in the red zone, this is where you got to be stout, forcing a 4th down. Now you're just saying, hey, you want to go for it? Bring it.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Powers forward. Touchdown Sooners! And the stomping has commenced. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, they fake it, and he'll try to run it in. And this one's not even going to come close. Man, they threw it in reverse. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
62, LSU, 41.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
LSU offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He has the first and still on his feet. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Wants to pass it. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
I'll tell you don't see fullbacks in college football too often anymore, but how about that guy on that play? Catching the ball for a 1st down. Nice.
He wants to throw. Going up top. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
On 3rd down, going up top. Keeps looking downfield. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And the extra point splits the uprights. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
dive into the playbook here on offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up there.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Got some room to run. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs,